Okay, this week we have two new core areas of linguistics. So we're covering morphology, which has to do with the smallest pieces of meaning within words, and then syntax. Also, people call it grammar, and that has to do with sentence structure. So this week, only 5 assignments, but some of them are a little technical. So let me walk through this with you. The first is a quiz on morphology and word formation processes. And there are a number of videos here that you should watch first. And then you should have this document open while you are going through the quiz questions. Okay. The second quiz is about looking at the smallest pieces of meaning within words and finding them and then labeling them or categorizing them. So this document tells you how to do that, and the questions are just asking you about those morphemes or those pieces of meaning that are within the words. Okay. Then there is an assignment about a lesson that has to do with morphology. So I'm not asking you to write a formal lesson plan. I am asking you to take a look at this website that has many different sample lessons here. So pick one, and then you're gonna answer the questions about it. Okay, then we're moving on to syntax, sentence structure. The first thing that we need to do is look at parts of speech. So I know many of you have, you're very familiar with the parts of speech. You may remember that from when you were in elementary school or middle school. Some of you may be teaching your students about the parts of speech. I am going to ask you, though, to still look through this content, even if you think you're very familiar with it, because the way that linguistics looks at parts of speech is a little bit different than you probably are used to. It's more about the function of the word, what the word is doing within the sentence, and much less about the meaning of the word. Okay, so there are some videos here, and the videos will walk you through this PowerPoint. Okay. Then we've got a quiz on the parts of speech or lexical categories, and what I'm giving you in the quiz is a sentence, and then within that sentence there are some a part of the sentence. It could be one single word or a longer phrase. What I'm asking you to do is to tell me what lexical category or part of speech that word or phrase is. Okay. And then the very last assignment for this week is a lesson plan. Now this time I am asking you to write a formal lesson plan, and I am giving you, again, I'm giving you the standard that I want you to write to. So if you're going to use the sample lesson plan document, the same one that you used with the Genie lesson plan, then make sure that you copy and paste this into the first box. If you're going to use a different template or different lesson plan, then a document, then that's fine, but make sure that this is the standard that you're writing to. Okay, I've got a video here for you, and then some resources that you may want to browse, or you may find them useful. And what we're doing for this lesson plan is it is a discussion. So this is the weekly discussion. For this discussion, you are not required to post replies. Of course, you can if you want, but we're just really sharing the lesson plans that we write. So you're going to write your lesson plan, hopefully use this document to help you format it or something very similar. And then what you're going to do is post your lesson plan into the discussion as an attachment, and then just answer this question right here, and then that takes us to the end of the week. Okay, let me know if you have any questions, anything weird comes up. After this, we just have one more week of the course, so really I want to encourage you to turn everything in as much as possible on time, even though you have that 7-day grace period, because when we get to the end of the class, then it gets cut off on that Monday, and you will not have a chance to use the full 7 days for week 6's assignments. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions, any problems, and I will be checking out your lesson plans in the discussion. All right, bye-bye.